Hello, welcome back to Ben Sushi Live Learning. In this episode, I'm gonna take you through the creation of like a artwork from 2D pixel in Blender into 3D voxel and into something that you can upload to Sketchfab. And of course, you can enjoy your 3D artwork as AR or augmented reality as well if you have like a compatible smartphones. So it's gonna be a pretty fun project. So first of all, we're gonna start with a pixel art. So 2D pixel art, you can easily make it in Blender. And what's interesting here is that apart from turning this 2D into 3D voxel, it's actually doing this color vertex coloring that Sketchfab actually understand. So once you upload the blend files, just the blend files, it will work right away. So I'm using Sverchok add-on to do that. So this is the setup. So there's like a node tree. The first one convert the 2D artwork into voxel, which is like this guy right here. And the second one actually transferring all the color from this pixel into this voxel. And on top of this, you can really just add all kind of modifications. Like you can add like a bevel, for example, if you want to have like a smooth edges like that. It's gonna show up quite nicely inside Sketchfab. So yeah, let's get started. So I'll give you this blend files to start with if you want to make your own. And for the pixel art, you can create any size. The one I'm using currently is 32 by 32, and it will generate how many? 32 by 32 in Blender. Let's me quickly do it. So Blender has calculator as well. See, 1024 little boxes. So keep that in mind. You can go really high, like I mean, with pixel art, you can have like any pixel size. I will actually just use 32 by 32. If you go like 128 to 128, you're gonna end up with a lot of more cubes. Sketchfab can handle it. Don't worry. But anyway, yeah, let's get started. I will actually use a Blender logo to do it. So I will recreate this logo as a pixel art very quickly. And I'm using this currently. This panel is the image panel, UV or image editor panel, and I will start painting the Blender logo. So let's get started. Like I will click here, create new image, and then it's gonna be just 32 by 32 pixel, and it's gonna be Blender logo. I call it color by default is black and alpha channel tick on. I want to actually have the alpha. You see this snail pixel art I did has actually alpha channel. This actually, when you convert it later, it will get rid of the alpha for you automatically. So yeah, let's just do it. 16x32 by 32 alpha color. Yes, just say okay. So this is gonna be 32 by 32. Remember, when you create this, it doesn't save it for you automatically. You need to save it out. And then you also turn on the external data, automatically pack the image into blend. By default, it's like a black color like this. I don't like it. I want to have alpha. There must be like a quick way to do this, but I know the fact that we can simply switch this to add alpha or erase alpha, and you just kind of paint on it. Make sure that you also turn on the strength to 1 and the paint curve into, normally I just make it like this, like a step. Now I just erase the whole thing, and we'll start painting our Blender logo. So the radius, there must be a shortcut to do this as well. This is the radius, and switch this back into mix, and I'll pick the Blender orange color and just gonna draw like a circle like that. probably smaller. I found that drawing pixel art is actually very kind of meditative. It's actually, if you work like 32 by 32 or even like smaller 16 by 16, it's actually a really simple process, right? And anyone can do this because it's similar to Microsoft Paint, for example. It's just like a pixel, and if you actually want to make like a more complex voxel art, you can use an app called Magica Voxel. I highly recommend it. It has a lot of interesting tools, and it works with Blender as well. You can export it out, and it works with Sketchfab. And yeah, so with Blender logo, I think the middle part has some white on it. I'm not quite sure. Some people actually sometimes get rid of the white, but I kind of like it have the white bits and also with the blue in the center. Yeah, it has the white part. It's not like transparent. So this part is like a kind of nice blue. Kind of like it a little bit like an eyeball. Well, actually not. It's probably something like that. See, and these bits right there can make it better. Something like that. Erase. Okay, so yeah, I guess pretty good. Not perfect, but anyway, just for a demonstration purpose. Can we also copy and cut and paste? I'm not quite sure. Maybe we don't have. Maybe we have. Well, anyway, but that's the Blender logo. We are done. It's a 32 by 32. Maybe I should have pushed it a little bit. But anyhow, from here, we can turn it into voxel simply by using Sverchok. So we have the setup here already. We don't need to think anymore. I don't need to break it down anymore. I did it on another video. Just simply source the Blender logo, and now we have this voxel. It's actually getting rid of any voxel that's actually alpha originally. So this one actually works. If we switch to Blender render and then look at this guy right here, if I'm not wrong, if this guy have the proper material, it should show up the color. But anyhow, we don't need to worry about this. This guy actually, they are all separate objects, and if you want to turn it into a single object with a color vertex to upload to Sketchfab, what I did here, simply select all this voxel and then go to the second node 3 and then just load it, get selection, and then go back to layer number 1, and we should have this guy right here. Switch to material, texture. So this guy now, if we switch back to cycles, yes, Blender logo now it has a voxel. There's some extra objects, seems like, that we don't need. But this we can already see it's pretty much done. And this logo has kind of randomizations that I add in Sverchok. If you don't want that randomization, you can turn it off here. Just zero this out. If you zero that out and update, I think it should give you just a normal box. Well, it should, but anyway, this guy, we don't need to have this. Maybe I missed some of them. Gonna this is the light, I have to move it. This guy should be on layer number 3. Go to layer number 3, select all these guys again, and then reload it, get selection. Now you can see it's we don't have that kind of randomization anymore. So it's if we update it, there you go. Voxel art. I kind of like the slide randomizations actually, so it's not like fully perfect. So I actually want to add it just 0.08. So go back to this guy and then update it. So we have the slide randomizations there. Okay, now back to this guy and we update it. Probably select them all again. Go to step number 2, get selections, and there you go. This guy have slide randomizations. Wonder what this guy is. So we have 2. Oh, we have 3 now. That's interesting. Get selections and then update it. There you go. Maybe there's like a slight bugs, but anyhow, this is pretty much done. You can add some kind of like a dirty vertex or whatever, just randomize this a little bit more, but this is pretty much done. And then if you save the blend, normally I just save it out just this single object with a Vertex Color. You save it as a blend and then you upload it to Sketchfab. It will actually work right away, and you can use you can view it as AR or VR or just like a normal 3D view on your screen. So a lot of option there. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool process and fun. Every now and then, I think try to do like a pixel art. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, if you like to do it like a more kind of robust design, you can use Magica Voxel, and I recommend this a lot. There's a lot of artists use Magica Voxel, and you see a lot of incredible artwork somehow. Like this one is actually animated as well. Yeah. Very cool little app there, and very simple to use, and it's pretty robust, especially the latest version. I highly recommend it. But if you want to do it like a 2D style, you know, it's simpler. You can turn it into 3D voxel, like a flat 3D using Blender, and then upload it to Sketchfab. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole process. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Any comments, suggestions, feedbacks, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.